What is going on, everybody? My name is Brian and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to take a look at this TopDon BT-100 Battery Tester. Now these are available on Amazon and they are right now about $58. And as always, I try to be as 100% honest as possible when I'm doing this channel. I let you know they did send this out to me, and the reason that I tell you that is because I don't want to sway your opinion either which way, and just want to try to give you some facts on the tool, or in this case, battery tester. So first things first, now you could test a battery just using a multimeter, but this is a little bit more advanced than just using a multimeter. Multimeter, you're just going to get your volt reading. That's about all you're going to get in it. Now, this right here is pretty lightweight. You can see that you get about 3 feet of lead here, and the leads are actually pretty good if you ask me. Now, the springs feel pretty good, and I think that would be maybe the main thing that I think may go wrong with something like this over the long haul. The technology, and if you take care of this, I don't think that that would fail. I think that the thing that would probably fail would be these clips, and I don't think these are replaceable. So if you did have to replace them, you would probably just be done. Now, with that being said, you could obviously rig this up to make it work, but we can see that these clips also have a nice little indentation here for your thumb. And all you do to make this work is it's powered by your battery. You hook it up to your car battery, and we can see in the main menu that you have 5 options. You have a battery test, a cranking test, charging test, a review data section, and also an options section where you can go in there and change the language and everything else, I would imagine. To test this, you just go into battery test, and then you'll choose your battery type. The particular battery that I'm testing is just a regular wet cell battery, but it also has the ability to test other batteries as well, whether it be gel or dry cell or anything else. Once you select your battery type, then you're going to go to your input, and they have 10 different options. They have CCA, which is cold cranking amps, CA, which is cranking amps. That information is available on your battery, and in this case, this is rated at 800 cranking amps, 1000 cold cranking amps. But there is also 10 total options available for you to pick, and the other options I believe are for foreign vehicles or other different battery types. So there is different options, but like I said, in this case we are going to measure it at cold cranking amps, and we'll enter, and then from here you will enter in your correct amperage. So we'll go to 1000. But this is capable to go up to 2000 amps in case you need it to go that high. You press enter and it begins testing. And we can see that the battery is good, but it does need to be recharged. This will read volts of the battery, the health of the cells. It also reads internal resistance. And if the battery's bad, there'll be a light on the right that'll tell you that the battery's bad. It'll also read battery's bad that you need to replace. And then there's also one to the left that shows that the battery is good, that you have no problems with the battery. So as you can see, that is a little bit more advanced than just your typical multimeter. Now you can also hook it up and crank your engine, and it's going to read the voltage of the battery while you're cranking it, and then it'll let you know whether it's good or it needs to be replaced. So there is that option as well. Now, these are pretty nice to have in your garage. Now, I haven't had one of these. I didn't own one. I would just check it with a multimeter, but if I ever ran across one, then I would probably choose to pick it up if I had the cash. So if you got the cash, I mean, you could check this out. This is supposed to be one of the better brands, if I'm not mistaken. And for $60, that's not too bad of a price. So, you know, you could get a multimeter for free at Harbor Freight or for cheap, man, really cheap, and just test the voltage if you don't need any other information. But if you have any type of hopes or aspirations to try to work on cars, then it's probably a good idea to pick something up like this. And, you know, they have more advanced battery testers, and you could also go to AutoZone and get your battery tested there. But I don't really trust AutoZone that much. I feel like that they probably try to sell you parts more than they try to help you. So I'd prefer just to test the stuff myself. And if you was in the market for something like this, I've only owned it for 3 or 4 days now, and I've been trying it out for the past 3 or 4 days, and I've been squeezing these leads trying to see if I felt like that the springs were losing any resistance. And they actually feel pretty stout. So I'm kind of impressed with it. It's lightweight. It's got a nice cord length, and I don't really see any problems with it. Now, it is made in China, but you know, a lot of stuff is made in China. So what are you going to do? Whether it be on the tool truck or not, a lot of the stuff you get is going to be made in China. So that's not such a big deal to me as it may be to a lot of other people. And if it's their prerogative to not buy China or any other country other than the US, and that's her prerogative. Me, I just prefer to try to save money and get the highest quality that I possibly can. So this doesn't seem that bad. I feel like it has a lot of features, and for $60, I think this could be a good addition to a lot of people's garages. Now, obviously, I'm not comparing this to other brands or whatever. You may want to check other brand reviews before you pull the trigger if you're looking for something like this. But if you are looking at this particular model and you're wondering if it's any good, to me, it seems like it is pretty decent. To me, it seems like it has plenty of features. Now, it does only rate at 12 volts. So if you have 24 volt system, then this is not going to work for you. So you may want to check into something else. But if you just have a typical car at home, then this may work perfect for you. And there's a lot of videos on the internet if you only have a multimeter to where you can learn how to test your battery using a multimeter and even test your alternator using a multimeter. But I appreciate you watching. If you have any questions or comments about this, leave it down in the comments below. If you have any experience with this, leave it down in the comments below. Help somebody out. I appreciate you. Till next time, stay real.